Yeah, just told the guys, if you're gonna be out here for 8 or 9 hours, it feels like you might as well win. So no, I thought it was a lot of good baseball both ways. I thought those guys across the way there, they played well and have a good team. We saw a lot of really good arms, and then our guys too. Well, Joe Lee was great in the first game, and they got Whitney a little bit in the first one, and then Malone came in with the tying run a second, got out of it, gave us 2 strong innings, and then Zach did a great job. And then I thought that was Mason's best performance of the year. After we came in and scored 3, Boykin had the big blast, and we scored 3. Mason went out there and was a really different pitcher. I mean, he struck out the side, struck out the next guy or two to start the next inning, really maintained his velocity. We were able to let him go a little more pitch count wise today than the others would have because he'll have the extra day of rest next week. But did a great job. And then Andre in the middle, we need Andre to do what he did today. He was great. And then Thomasina made it a little interesting in the last part of it, but he threw well again.
And at the plate, Dutton makes big plays in the outfield, and that's a big hit to play.
Yeah, he's been a difference maker for us up there. And we're fortunate to have 2 really good leadoff guys, and we want to try to mix some things up. And Dud got up there, and he just does a good job. He just eats a lot of pitches, and he'll get deep into the count, and he battles like crazy. And he's always been a great defensive center fielder, and it gets him back out center and gets Jake to right. And but that 3-1 game there, the second one, you're sitting there with 2 outs in the 8th, and Gus had a great at bat, singled up the middle. Nelms is in a spot start, did a great job of battling, fighting off pitches, and drew a full count walk to allow Pierce to get that big backside homer. And that 3 runs felt like 10 in the moment. It was a big swing.
Going back to Mason, 30-plus pitches in the first inning, his ability to go caught and still get a quality start and get the win. What does that say about him?
Yeah, we were talking about it in real time. It was the third inning. He got a 3 up and 3 down, but the leadoff hitter had a 10 or 11 pitch at bat, and after that, he was already in the 70 range, and we didn't know what he was going to get through. But he got stronger as the game went on, and he's the last month he's way better pitcher than he was the first month, and it continues to get better. But yeah, you got to get it from your starters, and we feel good about our relief. We feel great about our back end. But, you need to get your starters there. We asked our guys to give us 5 innings each this weekend. We were going to really extend anybody, particularly Lee and Barry, because they'll come back on normal rest next week. That's the luxury of being out of conference play before a big conference series. So, Mason getting it in the 5th allowed him to get the win as well. But he really battled his tail off after a lot of pitches in those first couple innings.
You mentioned the bullpen. Both teams' bullpens really, especially with the swing they messed up. What did you see on their bullpen especially?
Yeah, I loved the wins today, and I loved how well I think we played. But what's good for us is that they threw some arm. We saw some good velocity out there, and some guys that maybe didn't have great overall numbers, but we thought had good stuff that pitched well today. So our guys battled, and we got the win. But when you see that kind of competition, those kind of arms, I know it makes you better down the stretch. So I think that'll make us a better offensive club. We've been swinging it well for a while, but it'll make us better head down the stretch.